Thank you. Okay, so thank you guys so much for joining again. Was this week 4 already of Hustle and Heart? I'm so encouraged by each of you and your dedication to give up 30 minutes on your Sunday. So thank you. I know that it is not an easy thing to do, and I appreciate it a lot. So tonight we're going to talk about legs, strategic placement, stacking, whatever you want to call it. So to give you some good nitty-gritty business tips. So for those who need just some basic information, we're going to start small and build up from there, okay? So if you're catching the replay and you're a pro already, you can probably fast forward a little bit. So let's talk about legs. And Kelsey, I loved that squishy baby leg picture that you posted. I can't wait to see how squishy my little baby comes out. Or scrawny, we'll see. Okay, so what is a leg? A leg is someone who essentially has their own team of people. So if you imagine you sign up your best friend Susie, and Susie goes and signs up like her whole entire family, then they're all under Susie, but they're clumped under Susie. So Susie is your leg. She's like the humdinger. She's the start of it. I don't know why they call them legs, but that's the term. So we're going to go with it. Whenever you advance through the ranks in Young Living, you need more legs. So when you become executive, you need 2 legs. In silver, you need 2 legs. In gold, you need 3. Platinum, you need 4. Diamond and crown diamond, you need 5. I think crown diamond. And then royal crown diamond is 6. So that's encouraging because all you need to get to the very top of Young Living is 6 people, okay? People, legs, friends, builders, whatever you want to call them. You just need 6, which is really encouraging. And really, to break it down even more, you just need 6 people to get to gold. Okay, 6 people who catch the vision and are rocking it, right? So how do you get your 6 people? Okay, I'm going to take a breath. It's hard for me to breathe today, you guys, so I apologize if I sound winded or if I need to stop and take some breathing moments. Okay, so there's 2 ways to really think about how you get your 6 people. One is to think of who do you want to work with. So think through people you already know in life, people that you love spending time with, whether that be your mom, your sister, your best friend, your neighbor, your cousin. Maybe it's a neighbor who's awesome in like just natural relationships with people, or maybe it's someone who's a natural salesperson. But it's someone that you want to work closely with because the top of your legs are those that you're going to spend the most time with, right? So luckily, I really like Kelsey and Kemper. They are some good legs for me. We talk every single day, multiple times a day, and they're some dear friends. So that is a big bonus of who your legs are that you're working with. So think through those people and then reach out to them. If they don't have their kit yet, you can say, hey, I don't know if you've noticed, but again, depending on how old or new you are in Young Living, but I am gung-ho about this Young Living business of mine, and I plan on going really far in it. So I would love to be able to do this thing together because I see these aspects in you that I think you would do really well in this as well. And like working together with friends is just so much more fun. So what do you think about giving it a try together? Something like that. The second way, if you don't have any friends who are like biting on that, or you just are like, I don't care who I work with, I just am sharing and I need people to be the tops of my legs, then you want to look at who are your product lovers. These are people on your team who are committed to the lifestyle of Young Living and are not going to go anywhere. Like, they're ditching and switching. They order at least 100 PV every month, but if they're product lovers, they're probably more towards the 300 PV level, because as you all know, once you try new products, you love them and then you can't stop buying them, right? So you reach out to them and then you kind of start the same conversation and say, hey, Martha, I don't know where these names come from. Hey, Martha, I am so appreciative that you're on my team and I love getting to connect with you through oils. I just wanted to share with you that you know that I'm doing this from a business standpoint, and I am looking to go really far with Young Living. Not looking to go. I'm going far with Young Living. And in order for me to do that, I need people to bless with some of my friends who are joining. So I need people who are basically just loving the products and wouldn't mind if I start building a little business under them. So here's my question for you. Would you appreciate the blessing of some of my friends signing up under you? All you would need to do is to spend 100 PV a month, because that would qualify you to get paid from my work, and you would get paid from my friends doing that. So does that sound like something you would want to do? And then you can start a conversation from there. But the key things to go over is, hey, do you want to be blessed by my efforts? And 2, are you willing to spend 100 PV every month? Because that is how legs are qualified. The top of the leg has to spend 100 PV every month. If they don't, then it's almost like that person wasn't there and then their whole team rolls up. So you could have a ton of new legs, but they won't be under the one person, so they're not clumped together. That's why it's really important to have someone who's committed to the product or someone who's sharing with you, because you don't want all of your efforts to get dispersed. Okay, so I'm trying to think if I'm leaving anything out. And you can also tell them you don't have to share with anyone, but the opportunity is always there. So you're not committing to doing classes with me or whatever. I just need to grow my business. However, if at some point you would like to do that, then this business is going to be fast forwarded for you. So that's a really great plus of helping me out. So just kind of phrase it in the sense of, do you want to help me? Do you want to get blessed by my efforts? And really, people don't shy away from that. They're like, oh, free product? Sure, why not? So, moving along, once you find a person, 3, 5 people to be your legs, then you need to start moving your own personal signups under them. So this is something that I really want to help y'all think through, because I get a lot of questions of, where should I put this person? How do I know? All that good stuff. So you have 20 days once your friend gets their kit, once they sign up, to move them within your own organization. So within 5 days, you can do it on live chat. The great thing about live chat is it moves instantly. You don't have to wait a few days for them to put through all the paperwork and then see it happen. Like, you can be on live chat and before you press end, you can see it, the change in your virtual office, which is really helpful. After that, you have 20 days where you can send an email to resolutions@youngliving.com. Here is what you say in either live chat or email. It's the same thing. You say, I have a new sign up, parenthesis, their name and their member number. I would like to change their sponsor to name, member number. I will remain the enroller. And it's as simple as that. So the reason why you want to stay the enroller is because you did all the hard work. You got their kit. You are going to help them for the first several months of diving in because they like you. Your friend signed up with you, so they, still want to have communication with you. And so as the enroller, you're going to get paid for the first 3 months. Months 4 and on is when the sponsor gets paid. Okay, so if you give away the enroller, that is totally your choice, but you're not going to see any of the Fast Start bonus with that. Yeah, okay. So if you have questions throughout this, just jot them down, and then we'll leave time here in about 5 minutes or so to go through questions.
And real quick, if you do send it via email, you have to sign your email with your member number and your PIN.
Thank you for that. Yes, always important. Okay, water break. Okay, I could never be a teacher because I cannot talk for very long without needing to take a break. Okay, so then the last part that I want to talk about is thinking through who you want to place your friends under. So you have, let's say you have 2 legs started. And within those 2 legs, you have like 4 or 5 people who are building a business with you. So that means you have 4 or 5 people who are the option of, okay, well, where do I place this person? How do I know if they're going to share, if they're not, who they're going to jive with? So think through a few things. 1, location. Are they near each other? Is there someone who can meet with them if they need to? 2 is, do they have some commonalities? Like, are they both young moms? Do they enjoy being active together? Are they both newlyweds? Are they both empty nesters? Whatever the commonality is, that might be a good reason to move them together, because if they have questions, then they can talk and connect a little bit easier than someone in college versus someone who is an empty nester getting together. Personalities is a good thing to think through. Do you have someone who's quiet? Then put them with someone who can draw them out, as opposed to someone who is a little bit more bold in their personality, because then they might not share very much, the quiet ones. And then mostly think about where you need to grow, because in this business, that's why they call it strategic placement. This is a business decision. It's not who can I put together to be good friends. It's who can I put together that is going to help each other out to get the most out of their kit and their products, who might become good business partners together in the future. And mostly if all that works well, then they're going to rank up, which means you're going to rank up. And spoiler alert, if you don't know much about Young Living's compensation plan, you get paid a lot more when your team ranks up as opposed to when you rank up. Like when I went from silver to gold, it was $150 difference. Well, that doesn't matter at all. But when one of my team members ranks up to silver, then I get like hundreds of dollars more. You know what I mean? So you want to think through who on your team is close to a rank, or who is close to reaching their goals. That's why it's always really fun to ask, what are your business goals, so that you can help each other and encourage one another. And yeah, I lost my train of thought on that. Yeah, so you're going to look through your legs, and if someone is close to senior star, say they are 100 some odd PV away. If you put your new sign up with them, then they're going to hit Senior Star, and that means that they're encouraged, that they want to keep going, that their fire is lit, and they feel like they're doing this together with their team, and you're not just continuing to pull things out of them, but that you're in it together. So I think those are my main points that I wanted to go through. Kimber and Kelsey, if I left out any major points that you want to share, go for it. Otherwise, let's have some Q&A.
Okay, can I ask a question?
Yeah.
Okay. So are you suggesting that we actually have all 6 legs in place, or 6 builders in place before we start building under them? Or do you prefer the game plan way of building your legs for your next rank, but keeping in mind, that you clearly need more? I'm just still confused at that. I have the potential of having a new builder. I'd love to see my 2 legs hit a certain rank clearly. So would I place that new builder under them, or do I place them on my level 1 to maybe be my gold leg at some point? Question.
Yeah, that is a personal preference. So I don't
I know.
have an answer for you. I can just tell you what I've done in the past.
Yeah, okay.
And what I'm doing now. So right now I have 4 solid legs. And my 5th leg is like nothing. So that means that I can hit platinum easily, but my jump to diamond is going to take a long time, because that 5th leg needs to be like 15,000, I think.
Yeah.
So looking back, what I would have done is, once I got what I did, okay, so I started off with 2 legs, and then I got them going pretty well. And then when silver was semi-close, maybe like 2 or 3 months away, I started thinking, okay, well, who can be my 3rd? So I started reaching out to some friends and started building under them that way. And then my 4th, actually, I didn't even pair up with. It was just someone who rose up and was a big blessing to me, who was down in my organization. So, but I did not start looking ahead to my 5th leg until maybe like 6 months ago. And I wish that I would have started that a lot sooner. Okay. So build with, my personal preference is to build with a big picture in mind. But also think through, do you have someone in those legs who has a running buddy? Because that's really important. If they don't have a running buddy, then I would bless them with a running buddy.
Right. Okay. Thanks.
Kimber, Kelsey, any thoughts?
This is something I'm still kind of working on figuring out, but what do you do? Like, when do you introduce them to each other, and kind of how do you go about that situation?
Oh, yeah. Thanks for asking that. I tend to connect them on like Facebook Messenger pretty quickly, just saying, hey, I wanted to introduce you to like Kelsey meet Kimber, Kimber meet Kelsey. Kimber just got her starter kit, and I think that she would really enjoy learning from both of us in this venture together. So here's some things about each of you. Kimber, if you have any questions in the future, please know that you can reach out to either Kelsey or myself. That's basically what I do. And then if the new sponsor wants to go further, So if there is someone who's building, then they can go further and take them under their wing. And if they're, someone who I have asked, can I bless people under you? Then I know they're probably not going to reach further. And then that relationship is mostly on me.
I actually have a question that kind of goes along with what you were just saying. So it makes sense to me if you're moving someone right away, but say you had someone who you thought would be a builder and then turns out they're just not, and you think it's worth spending the money to move someone that deserves the attention and some extra connection onto someone you want to help reach ranks. How do you start that conversation? If they've been a member for a while, they're familiar with the Rose Society, they order 190 to 300 each month, and you want to be able to bless your builders with this person. How do you have that kind of a conversation, since it's not a, hey, you just got your kit? How do you say that in a, oh, just kidding, I don't want you there anymore?
Yeah. That is going to be something that I would really challenge you to think all the way through, especially since you've already placed them under somebody else. I don't think I've ever encouraged someone to take once they've already placed and then replace them. Also, I think that Young Living might look into that, and they have records, so whenever you email or fill out the 3Upline sponsor form, they have history of that, so they'll look back and say, oh, well, she's already moved them once, so chances of them honoring a second move is slim. But think through it from the perspective of the person you want to move them out from under. So think through it from this perspective of how would you want to be approached in that conversation? If it were me personally, I would just chalk it up as experience, and hope that one day that building inspiration comes back.
And it's still OGB that you'll need, overall, because even if you need a leg at a certain point, you still will need OGB to get to gold and platinum and all that. So at least it's not a complete loss,
Yeah, that's
it also would count as PGB, because is that what you were referring to? More so?
Not really.
Okay, yeah, because I know for silver sometimes I've been like close on the PGB part, so it is good to have stuff outside of your legs also. Just kind of some things floating around out there.
If you don't know what those things mean, I'll put a link in the Hustle group. We have like a really fast, here's what these terms mean video too. Side note.
It's hard though to learn from those kinds of experiences. Yeah. All right, I know y'all have questions. Throw them out there. Really? No? Someone just shy and doesn't want to say it out loud.
Well, what questions did you have? Maybe we just don't know what to ask. What questions did you have when you were newly building and trying to place people? Maybe that would help. I don't know.
I feel like they were mostly situational of, hey, here's this new person that I have and I don't know where to put them. Let me think through some of the questions I've been asked.
Does it make sense to do like a family leg, a friend leg, a church leg, a coworker leg, kind of do categories like that?
Yes and no. It all depends on like where the momentum is, because you want to help keep momentum going. But also like family, I love keeping family together because they can really benefit from one another. My legs, I have, they're kind of based on location. So I have like an Illinois leg, an Ohio leg, a Texas leg, and Alabama DC leg, and then my random 5th leg that doesn't know what it's doing yet. So I'm right here in the struggle with you guys. I'm like trying to get this leg going, so I'm in it with you. So don't feel like I have all of the answers. I don't. I just share what I've learned so far.
So what about when you have someone that is interested, but they're not interested in like the business portion? Like they spend the money, but they don't want to worry about like taxes.
Mm-hmm. That's a really good question. So I would not place people under them because they'll get, a 1099. But they're going to be a great OGV booster to someone. So I would definitely put them underneath somebody. So then that's going to start your leg off well.
What do you think about building legs for someone that you think would be very interested in the near future or in the future of having a leg, maybe let's say once they retire and they feel like they can't do it right now? How do you feel about just going ahead and starting to build a leg for them? Is that profitable?
With their permission?
Oh, yeah, of course.
Yeah.
But knowing that you're still doing all the work because they are not ready to step up.
Yeah, that's how my 3rd leg started. And it still kind of is like that. I have someone who's very committed to the product, and she's a natural sharer, so she'll share occasionally. Kelsey Jack, y'all probably know her from some posts and stuff, but she does like 1 class a month with me, and that is kind of the extent of her involvement because her life circumstances are, I can't do anything more than that, but I love the business, or I love oils, and I want people to know about them. So I've entered into that leg relationship with the understanding of, I know that I'm going to be doing a lot of the work. So what I've done there is try to put builders in that leg so that I'm not carrying the full force of that leg, just the very top of it.
I'm in the same place right now with my platinum leg too. It's somebody who's on ER. They love oils. They order like over 100 PV, but they just had a baby. And so she wants to do it, but I'm kind of baby stepping it for her. And then we talk, every once in a while to see where she's at. FYI, just being the timekeeper, it's 8:00, but we have 4 minutes left on our free remaining meeting time. So we can stick around if you need.
Any other pressing questions? If not, y'all can always type, I'll do a recap in the group tonight, and then y'all can post them there, or you can message any of us, and we'll be more than willing to help you strategize or help your team strategize too.
Yeah, don't be afraid to reach out and just ask, like, can you look at my legs and see? Because I did that with Anna all the time. I still do that.
And just remember with this too, I mean, you think through it the best you can, you get advice, but ultimately you can't always predict what someone's going to do, if they're going to, continue to order, if it might be someone you think will never build and they become a builder. So, once you do it, just trust that it's okay, and you'll see how things work out. And sometimes stuff will just bounce around. So
yeah,
you make a decision, you just have to be okay with it.
You got 5 days too. So like if you are somebody who prays, it's definitely not a bad thing to like give a little prayer too and see what comes of that.
Or you have 20 full days.
Well, yeah, 5 days on live chat. That's just what I was thinking of.
Yes. Yeah. Cool. Well, thank y'all for joining us tonight. And we'll see you next Sunday.
Yay. Bye, guys.